Suri was first. Hi. Nice. Bro. Here. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Browser source. Kate got a close second. That was impressive, Suri. You really are working on your game lately. Flicking that wrist. Getting in here as fast as possible. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I can't wait for the Facebook launch next week, guys. The Facebook launch next week is going to be crazy. If I actually got traction on Facebook, do you realize what kind of phone calls I'd get on this stupid show? Do you realize what kind of phone calls I would get if I get Facebook going? Bro, it would be wild as shit. It would be wild as shit. I tell you what.
I was horrified when I found out not only had Ghislaine Maxwell been transferred to what's called a low security. It's really is like a holiday camp, and then afterwards I got a notification from the Department of Justice telling me that this was going to happen when it had already happened. This woman.
So she is talking about Jeffrey Epstein. There was this conversation, this press conference with Jeffrey Epstein's victims talking about the Jeffrey Epstein Files Transparency Act. And Trump scheduled military flyovers to disrupt the event. Like, imagine, dude. Imagine the disrespect for these victims.
Abused children.
Talking about abused children. She flips them off. It's crazy, though. Trump is intimidating Republicans right now, saying it's an act of aggression towards him if they release the Epstein files. That's how scared Trump is. Trump needs more time to wipe his name from the files. What did Trump do with Epstein? I was never a big conspiracy guy, but now, dude, with how Trump shits his pants every time people bring it up, I feel like he did the craziest imaginable shit. Spitting in the face of survivors.
I was abused by Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell for over 10 years. Ghislaine Maxwell was present for some of my abuse at the hand of Jeffrey Epstein. She was present, she was complicit, she was enabling, and it is appalling and disgusting. And it's one of my worst nightmares that she not only be transferred, but at the possibility that's very much going around that she might be pardoned. This is not—
That's crazy. Trump floated giving a pardon to Diddy.
Not okay, guys. This is not okay.
And now Ghislaine Maxwell. Trump got her in a cushy federal prison that's like a daycare where she can do pottery, paint ceramics, play with puppy dogs, do hot yoga. Now Ghislaine Maxwell, she is getting a cushy treatment from the government. But immigrants who are seeking asylum got to be in alligator Alcatraz. Okay? When it's a MAGA supporter, they get to be on Fox News. But these victims come out to speak, and Trump gives them a military flyover to drown out their voices. Crazy. Please drop a like, repost this video, and follow my page. Thank you, TikTok. Sorry, guys. I was in TikTok mode for a second. Work release. Nice. I was in TikTok mode. I gotta get TikTok. I should have recorded that, too, for this.
Are the co-authors of the petition that the president and speaker are not calling for its passage. Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna of California and Republican Congressman Thomas Massie of Kentucky. And thank you both for being here. Congressman.
Bro, these guys are podcasting heroes. These are the populist podcasters in the Congress.
Massie, let me start with you because obviously you've been the focus.
Again, dude, Trump scheduled military flyovers to drown out the voices of Epstein's victims.
This woman abused children.
Like, imagine drowning out the voices of survivors and then threatening your own members, Republicans, if they vote to release the files. Trump is scared. He needs more time to wipe his name from the files. And these two heroes are going to stop them.
Focus of the White House is higher, as you are well aware. But when you hear those women today on Capitol Hill, and then you hear what the president has to say, who do you think has more sway with your Republican colleagues? Those women or the president?
Well, with my
A Republican in chat said, "What's her body count?" Remember, it was never about the women. It was never about the children. Okay, they only care about women when they can use women to attack trans people. Okay, it was never about protecting them. All the Trumpers in chat are making fun of the survivors. Remember that.
My Republican constituents, those women have the most credibility, and I think it's disrespectful to call it a hoax. This is not a hoax, not at all.
True.
And it's not going to go away. If the president wants to highlight the things that he's trying to do in the White House, then he should just call for the vote and release all of these files, and then he can move on. But they want to drag this out.
Yeah.
Congressman Khanna,
Crazy.
Just on those women for a moment. I mean, that was such a striking show of force from all of them today. What was it like for you to hear from them?
You know, I was just moved on a human level. It really, for me, was totally not about politics. I was standing a few feet away from them while they were speaking out. Almost half of them were in tears. They were talking about being raped at the age of 13 or 14. They were talking about being forced to get other high school and junior high school friends of theirs, knowing that they were going to face sexual assault. It was heartbreaking.
And Trump called to censor them. Remember, Trump called to censor them.
And
called
frankly,
it a hoax.
they are bringing this country together. They are bringing people, whether they're progressive, independents, moderates, MAGA supporters together to say,
Yeah,
we need
and
to
Trump,
release these
remember, Trump does not like that. The biggest threat to Trump is if all of us come together.
files. We need justice for the rich and
And
powerful
they
men who abuse
don't
them.
want us to come together.
And this is not about politics. This is about morality.
Congressman Massey, why do you think those stories, I mean, they don't seem to be, but why do you think that they're not resonating with the White House?
Well, they're resonating with the public in my district and all across the country. And in fact, they were resonating in the White House 9 months ago when the Attorney General said they would release the files, when the Vice President said they would release the files, when the FBI Director said they would release the files, when Trump's own children said that these files needed to be released.
The crazy part is the MAGA base, okay, the Trump admin really thought they were so stupid that they could release the same Epstein files, the fake ones, over and over and over again. The already public ones. They had that fake day where all the creators brought out the Epstein file binders. They thought, remember, the Trump admin thought that would work. The Trump admin said, our supporters are stupid. We're going to give them binders that say Epstein files, re-release the information the Biden admin already released, and call it something new. And they thought that would be enough to throw the trail off. To throw the scent off from their supporters. They thought their supporters were so stupid they would not know that is a little fishy. Including the edited prison video, the so-called prison video they released.
Why the 180-degree turn here from the administration?
They really thought that would work. It's crazy.
I think there are rich and powerful people who've always been beyond the reach of the law or thought that
rich
they
and powerful.
were, who want to remain there. And they're donors. They are donors to Republicans and Democrats. And we need to tell them, I'm sorry, you are going to be accountable to the law.
Yep.
Well, actually, Congressman Massey, can I ask you about that? Because you're talking about people who don't maybe want their names out there associated with Jeffrey Epstein. These women today, one thing that they said that they are willing to do if these documents don't get released is compile their own, basically, list of people around Jeffrey Epstein and release that.
Wow.
You actually
that would be
said
big.
Tonight that you have a
Many of those women mentioned Trump today.
plan to potentially help them with that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, so the survivors said that they had decided to compile their own list. But the reality is if they try to release that list, they're going to be sued into homelessness. They will be attacked. They will have death threats. And so what my colleague Marjorie Taylor Greene volunteered to do, and I've volunteered to do as well, is to read that list on the floor of the House of Representatives, because our founders put into the Constitution speech or debate immunity, which says that we can't be prosecuted for what we say on the floor of the House. So we're willing to help those survivors get those names out there. And as my colleague Ro Khanna has said, we trust the public to determine who were donors to the Epstein Scholarship Fund and who were users of the women who were exposed to sexual abuse, to differentiate between those two groups of people.
Congressman Khanna, do you support that? Reading
Make sure you drop a like on the stream, guys. I'll take some phone calls in a few seconds, but I don't know if MAGA wants to defend this. I know they're trying to in the chat. But remember, like, these women are survivors, and you guys are advocating against them and taking Trump's side to try and suppress their voices and to scare them into submission so they never speak. I don't know how you can defend that. I don't know how you defend protecting Ghislaine Maxwell. How do you defend that? How?
Reading the names from these women on the House floor?
I do, but I don't think it needs to come to that. I mean, there shouldn't be burden to have to come up with the list. You know, one of the things that struck me is some of the survivors said that they themselves had not seen the files. One person pleaded with America saying she wants to try to understand her own memories and she wants to see these files to be able to piece that together. Look, this was such an emotional moment that after I spoke, after the survivors, Marjorie Taylor Greene came over and gave me a hug. I mean, people should have seen the humanity there. And I don't know, after hearing those women, why we just don't release the files. I mean, it actually would make the president look good. He could come out and say, no other president has released the files. I'm releasing the files. My focus right now, and I think anyone who was at that press conference, is how do we get justice and closure for those survivors?
Well, and Speaker Johnson met with some of these survivors yesterday in an hours-long meeting, some of their family members as well. He still does not support your discharge petition. He's saying that actually Congressman Massey, he called it inartfully written, I believe was his, inartfully drafted. And Chairman Comer said that it would basically, that their investigation.
Chairman Coomer? Chairman Coomer? Chairman Coomer? Wow.
Was his inartfully drafted. And Chairman Comer said that it would basically, that their investigation they're doing is 4 to 5 steps ahead of where this would put you. What is your response to that?
Well, I support everything that Chairman Comer is doing. The problem is the DOJ is curating everything that they send to the Oversight Committee. So if you drill down into those documents that the Oversight Committee put on the website, you can see that they've been redacted. All of the flight logs have been redacted, and they're running the risk of seeing what they saw with Pam Bondi's binders, that everything that's been released is the same thing that's already been released. And in response to the Speaker's accusation that our resolution was inartfully drafted, well, his placebo resolution, which has no teeth to it, lifted entirely 3 pages from our own resolution. I mean,
whoa. Wait a second. Why is my stream lagging?
Honored to see
Okay,
that the
that makes
Speaker
sense.
used their exact language in his resolution.
Caitlin, isn't the only thing that should matter here also what the survivors think? They were asked, what did they support? And they said they supported the oversight investigation, but they support the Massey-Kana bill. And they were asked point blank about that, and all of them raised their hands. And that should be what the country listens to. I mean, their lawyers have read it, they have read it, and they're saying that's what they want.
Have you heard if what those survivors said today changed any other House Republicans' minds? Has anyone else said that they are willing to sign on to this?
Well, I've talked to a few of them, and they were compelled in our direction. But there's an immense pressure campaign from the White House on Republican members right now. So I really think you got to give some credit to the 3 Republican women, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, and Nancy Mace.
That's the big 3 right there, bro. It's like Wade, Braun, and Bosch.
In spite of all the threats from the White House, which are still continuing, went and did the right thing. They're standing up for women by standing up for this resolution.
What do those threats look like? What kind of pressure campaign are we talking about here?
Well, I'm feeling it myself in my own district. There's been $2.5 million of ads run against me by 3 billionaires who are mega donors to the Republican Party. And one of them's actually, I'm not going to say on Epstein's list, but he's in Epstein's black book. So I've been taking the brunt of that myself. I think what's being run against me is a threat to other Republicans to try to keep them from doing what I'm doing.
And are you worried that it's going to be successful here?
Well, you know, I've opposed the president before, and he said I should be thrown out of the GOP, and in that race I got 81% of the vote. So in some sense I have the Trump antibodies, but I'm definitely going to get a booster shot here.
Massey's a funny-ass dude, bro. I mean, his politics suck, but he's a funny-ass dude, bro. He is funny as shit.
The White House obviously has been pushing back on that and pushing on that very strongly. But can I just ask both of you, when Trump's calling it a hoax, one thing he said today, Congressman Kana, he said that no matter what is released, nothing will ever be enough, basically, sufficient for people like the 2 of you. What do you say to that?
Nothing will ever be enough.
Again,
we
this
just
is
want
not
the truth.
about the 2 of us. This is about the survivors. And I think they made clear what they want.
Exactly.
They want the files released with the financial information, with the witness memos, with an understanding of who covered up for Jeffrey Epstein and Maxwell. I mean, there were rich and powerful people who knew that Epstein was raping and abusing young girls and said nothing. And there were rich and powerful people who prevented him from being prosecuted. And then there were rich and powerful people who...
Please drop a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll take some phone calls now on my call-in show. I want to have everyone pay attention really quick. We have 500 viewers. We need more likes for calls. We need some donations to Droll Politics on Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Become a Patreon member, patreon.com. Droll Politics on every social media platform. Follow me on TikTok. So, like, remember, all the insults in chat so far and arguments from Republicans. Number one, I saw someone say tampon Tim for some reason. I saw someone say something about trans people. I saw someone talk about, like, Joe Biden and, like, you know, Donald Trump, how they want to give Donald Trump fellatio. And, like, remember, none of this is about the victims. They have no arguments, so they need to go on a rampage and bang their head into the wall. It just makes no... And people are now saying Jewish question. They're being anti-Semitic now because I have a big nose. And I'm not Jewish, but they are anti-Semitic. And that's the only argument they have. Only argument they have is a lot of just... They have nothing. But yeah, if you want to help support us, then please do. Really appreciate the support. This is how chat argues. Wait, where is it?
Next.
This is how Trumpers talk, dude. It's crazy.
When is the
shit.
next Bikini Bottom?
What?
It's crazy.
The bus schedule, the next bus.
I can't understand your accent.
Next. The bus schedule, the next bus.
This is what they talk
I
like.
can't understand your accent.
Next bus to Bikini Bottom.
That's how you have to talk to Trump supporters, bro. You gotta just say like some dumbass shit back to them. You gotta out-dumb them. You gotta just talk in their language.
Oh, why didn't you say so? Next.
Bro, that's how they talk. It's crazy. They don't have any control over it too. It's just natural. Okay.
Hello?
Hello, this is the politics.
Hey, yeah. So, I think that Trump is arguably the greatest president of times. I mean, the
Of
dude
when?
has,
Of when?
of our lifetimes.
When did you come out of the closet?
I'm sorry.
You're still in the closet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
we can
actually,
move on.
I really like men, and that's kind of homophobic of you to make a joke like that.
All right, guys,
I mean,
ring them up. We
genuinely.
need a count, guys. We got to put a count in Discord for all the Republicans that say
Genuinely.
that. For all the Republicans that complain about that, and we have a running count when Republicans are like, that's homophobic.
I mean, considering I specifically am gay, I mean, that kind of really homophobic,
well, you
man.
voted for the demise of all trans people, so I don't give a shit. Anyways, what's up?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're pretty cool in my book.
Yeah, but you voted for them to be completely cast away from society. The Republican Party is currently, advocating for them to be eradicated. By the way, so thank you.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So about
You're not actually gay, though. I know you're not. But
about the
continue.
list. The list.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of messed up how the Democrats are suppressing the release of it. You know, they keep voting against it. And it's man, I don't know what to do.
Are you here? Are you a troll?
What do you think, dumbass? What the fuck?
He is a troll. He is a troll. He just wasted my time. And my time is money. And I need it now. Does anyone remember those? Do you remember those commercials? What brand was that? It's my money and I need it now. This one, J.G. Wentworth.
It's my money and I need it now!
It's my money.
Come on. My computer can't freeze on this.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Come on. Come on. Who's this guy?
Money. Use.
Oh, he's cringe. No. No. Oh, he's cringe. No. Who's this person?
Hello. Please state your name after the tone.
Why does no one want to talk, dude? Please drop a like, comment, subscribe. 38 likes. We need more likes for JG Wentworth. 877 cash now. JG Wentworth. Stanley Steamer makes your home cleaner.
Hello. Please state your name after.
Can you please, you dumbass?
Hello. Please
Oh
state
my
your.
god, bro. Stop calling me back. You are spamming me. Answer the damn phone. Take a break from calling
Hello.
back.
Please state your.
You idiot. You are so stupid. Stop calling me. Stop. Please just take a little break and answer the damn phone.
Hello.
Oh my. Dude. What are you doing? Holy shit, bro. What's going on, bro? Holy crap. What the hell, dude? Oh my god. Oh my god, dude.
You're a piece of shit Democrat, motherfucker.
Shit.
You're picking on Trump and he's doing good for his country.
I'm picking on
people
Trump.
like you trying to ruin our country, you goddamn fucking faggot son of a bitch.
Damn, you're aggressive and emotional. Most Trumpers are aggressive and emotional. If you haven't heard. Oh no.
Call from.
Wait.
Call from.
Hello? Howdy. Hello?
Hello.
Hi. Are you on a Bluetooth? You guys are stupid as shit. Oh my god, you guys are dumb. You can't use a damn phone. What the? Whatever. The surge of viewership doesn't matter, bro. Just let all the viewers go away. Don't call. Just don't call. You jackass. Call the damn phone number. Holy shit. What's going on here, dude?
Now I want to introduce Marcia Taylor Greene. Thank you.
My queen.
For everyone watching at home, I think it's important to put yourself in these women's shoes. As you're questioning, why can't they just name the names? What you don't realize is they just told their stories of...
Call from.
Hello?
Hey.
Howdy. What's up? Bro, how do you guys not know how phones work?
being raped.
Jola.
Hi.
It's me.
Oh no.
The boy. The guy.
No.
Tonight with Kyle. That was also me spam calling you. It wasn't ringing through on my Google Voice.
No.
I know this is like hella boring. But I think you should really hey, stop it, Kelly. That boo! I'm getting bullied, Jola. Chat's bullying me. No, you should read the Posse Comitatus Act on stream for these MAGA adults, bro. They really just don't understand like why it's a problem to be sending the military to do the policing in America, because it's actually just already against the fucking law.
I will. How about this? How about we make up a 5th grade version of this in Discord one of these nights? We'll make a 5th grade version that they can understand. Because I don't know if they can understand those big words.
Well, if they can't understand the big words, they're lost.
Yeah, we know they're lost.
Yeah,
Though. They voted for a pedophile billionaire reality. Yeah.
I'm gonna let you get back to taking op calls.
No, thank you for the recommendation. Thank you for the thank you. I appreciate it. Everyone, clap for Tonight with Kyle.
Yay! No, keep bullying me. I like it. I'm almost
All right.
there.
All right. Thank you. We do that on Discord. All right. Crazy people. Howdy.
Hello.
Hi. What's up?
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Oh, good.
Nice. What's up?
Oh, nothing. I was just seeing what's going on.
Do you have a politics topic you want to talk about?
Oh, I just wondering what. Okay, what about Trump that you don't like?
He cuts taxes for billionaires and he pays for it by cutting healthcare. And he is cutting American prosperity and he's killing our cancer research and Alzheimer's research, and those things are really, really bad.
Okay, why do you say that though? I mean,
Because
what's your basis for saying that?
so like when Trump cuts cancer research, more people die from cancer.
Okay, how's he cutting cancer research?
He's defunding our NIH grants for research at universities and also for private research surrounding possible treatments for cancer. That's one thing he's doing, and experimental trials and clinical trials. A bunch of funding is being cut out from our budget for cancer, for Alzheimer's, for pretty much everything with medical research in America.
Okay, so he's not just cutting.
Hey man, he gave up early. He gave up early. You know, giving up early is good. It's better than usually Trumpers will be like, "You hate America." Look, then they start having an emotional breakdown. They shit and piss their pants at the same time, and they like it. It makes them feel warm, feel safe. But he avoided it. He just left. He just left, and I appreciate that. I respect it. More people should take that route. I too go into situations where I'm out of my rank and I need to rank up and I'm not ranked up yet. And I just leave the match and I practice and I come back later and I do it until I'm ready. And I appreciate that guy. Okay? I appreciate it. I'll call this person back now.
Hi.
Howdy.
Howard Stern, dickhead.
Nice. Dope. Dope. What community is that from? Is it an anti-Jew thing? It's not. I feel like it's an anti-Jew thing. I think it is, right? Because people do call in and say that a lot. I'm pretty sure it is. I assume. Okay, well, there's no other callers. What is Queen Marjorie saying? I'll try again, man. President Trump's rent-free in my damn head. Shit. You're right, he is. Damn right he is.
Hello?
Hi, this is the politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, exactly, if you don't mind me asking, what do you talk about? I mean, I'm new to this.
So I care about things like healthcare in America. I care about anti-corruption in America. I care about supporting this country being better. I'm very anti Donald Trump.
Okay, so you was talking about you caring that about all that. So what do you think about him with the immigration here lately?
I think it's pretty bad that they're going after quotas. I think the quotas are really bad because they're going after people who don't deserve to be put in a van by unidentified federal agents, which I don't like that either. It makes me feel less safe as an American if the ICE agents can come. They don't need to identify themselves. They got masks on. I don't know what the hell's going on. They throw someone in a van. They get things wrong a lot of times. So a lot of these conditions, there could be someone in America going to renew their stay in America if they're on like a work visa, and ICE is just throwing them into a van and not asking questions because Trump has quotas on them to drive up numbers. In my opinion, our resources should be to go after violent crime mostly. I don't really want to go after people who are seeking work and stuff like that. But that's been a main goal of the Trump admin.
So what do you think about him talking with Vladimir Putin about the attack on ISIS?
The attack on ISIS? Wait, do you mean the Alaska talk?
Mm-hmm.
I'm more concerned about Ukraine currently. Once Trump took office, Russia started striking Ukraine a lot more than usual, and they are destroying Ukrainian civilians every day. They bombed an American company, and after they bombed an American company, Trump had nothing to say except he complimented Putin's attractiveness and Putin's looks, which is a little bit weird to me. He talks about Putin like Putin's his brother. I don't really like that.
See, I don't think that's right either. I mean, I don't like how he just went after Ukraine. I mean, it's bad enough that here a while back they just had a recent attack. I mean, quote me if I'm wrong on that. I mean, they had a recent attack and yet here they are again getting attacked again.
Yeah, it's every day. I just don't know why Trump gives Putin so many chances. He keeps saying over and over again he's going to give tariffs on Russia, over and over again. Like he has a deadline. He's like, if Russia doesn't stop killing Ukrainian children and grandmas, like Ukraine bombed Christians on Palm Sunday. Like Russia bombed Christians on Palm Sunday, and Trump said nothing about it. And he like blamed Zelensky.
Yeah, I mean he just
really
sat there like a bump on a log.
Yeah.
And see, I didn't really like that either myself. I mean, I'm not really into politics a whole lot, but if it's like triggering to something like that, yeah, I'm willing to step in like I am with this ain't political related, but the singer Jelly Roll, right?
Yeah, I've heard songs with like Jelly Roll and like Tech Nine. I think he might have done a song with like Yellow Wolf and a few other people that I've heard.
Yeah, they're attacking him, and I'm
Really?
willing to step in for him. Yeah,
Who's attacking
like
him?
here a while back, he was on WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people were saying like, oh, he should have never been there. Oh, he should have never even stepped foot in that ring, and just basically talking shit about him. And I was like, this ain't gonna fly with me. So I was backing him up, like I knew the dude.
Yeah, I mean politics is really complicated. I mean right now like we see a lot of weird stuff happening with the ultra wealthy getting their taxes cut. But we're paying these tariffs right now. We're paying these taxes that Trump is putting on us with the tariffs because if we buy anything from another country, even if it's our friend like Canada, if we buy lumber from Canada, we pay that tax. But so we're paying more of a tax when we buy from Canada, but the ultra wealthy are paying lower in tax than ever before. It just seems messed up that I think it should be the opposite way. I think the wealthy should pay more in taxes and we should pay less in taxes because we're the actual working people of the country that actually do jobs.
Exactly.
We don't just have money that makes money.
Exactly. At least contribute to the poor, for crying out loud, instead of the poor contributing to the rich.
Yeah, they got a bunch of yachts though, a bunch of super yachts, a bunch of fancy sports cars, and you know who cleans them? You know who has to maintain them? You know who delivers their food? It's all the working people, but they don't really respect that enough.
Exactly. That's what that's really what I don't get. Why for people like them busting their asses to keep the rich people happy. I mean, that's crazy. That I call hogwash on that.
Yeah, so that's my big issue with I'm not a huge fan of a lot of Democrats, but I just know when they're in power, they usually try to increase taxes on the wealthy a little bit. They're usually more pro healthcare, and pro giving things to working people. So like that's one big reason I'll vote for them more often. I'm not really tied to a political party. I wish both parties were better, but when it comes to like Trump versus any Democrat, I just know that Trump's gonna give a bunch of handouts to his friends. And that's all he's going to do. And Democrats do that a little bit for sure, but they also pass health care. They also do a lot of things that I do really do like. And I don't want all of our money going to just like beating up immigrants. I think we should use our money to actually help people in this country, especially for people who are Christians in America. Like all these Christians are just taking satisfaction in beating up other humans. They should take satisfaction in taking care of the earth God gave them.
Exactly. I totally agree 100%.
Yeah, I appreciate the call. Did you find my were you scrolling through YouTube Shorts and found my show here?
Actually, yeah. I was just scrolling through and I saw your content and I was like, oh, I wonder what this is about.
Yeah, I think political media is really stressful. It's really combative, and I do that sometimes. But I like having these conversations about what people are actually going through, because people talk about it like it's a big reality TV show. So I don't want to get too deep into that. So yeah, I definitely appreciate you finding this, and I appreciate you calling in. I mean, there's 500 people watching. It's not easy to hop on here just talk in front of people. So I really appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, man. I'll do it again anytime.
Yeah, hopefully I hope to see you in the chat. Hope to see you around. I stream most nights of the week. But yeah, we have a good community in there if you ever want to chat to people. There's some dumb people too, but it's all fun. It's all fun, you know.
Hey, that's what the internet's full of here lately, dumb people.
Yeah, that'll happen. But yeah, thank you for the call. But I hope you have a great night.
You too.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
I'm sorry. Did my accent come out at all? Did my white Appalachia accent come out at all? I feel like it did. I think my code switched. I did not mean to, but I listened to my voice during the conversation. I'm like, holy shit, my code switching is coming out a little bit, and I started talking a little different. And I didn't mean to, but it just came out of me, and I wasn't ready for it. And now it's here to stay. It did come out a little bit. You just don't know the nuances because you're not about that life. It's like when Hillary Clinton is like, I got the hot sauce. It's just like, what's your origin? Code switching. You realize if you're a poor white and you talk to a rich white, I code switch. If I'm a rich white and talk to a poor white, you code switch. It's not just interracial. Or whatever the term is for that. It's you guys are silly geese. Wait. All the shit I talked about stupid Hicks, that person was not a stupid person. That person was thinking about the whole grand scheme of helping people in this country. A college-educated Republican is way dumber than someone who is from the middle of nowhere who supports a Democrat in a better world. You don't understand the nuances of this. Any person that can see how helping their neighbors benefits them, that's a deep level of understanding of how the world should be working. That you don't get, that you just don't have it. You just don't got that. Okay, thank you for watching. Please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Alex says, bro, this isn't a welfare state. You're right. It's not a welfare state. I don't know what kind of wells you have. Do you have well water? And what kind of fare do you pay for that well water? Is that what you mean by welfare? Dude, this show should probably be bigger than it is. I'll be honest. Please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. I have a Patreon in my description. A couple dollars a month if you can afford it. Really would appreciate it. $5 a month, like a half a Netflix subscription for live content. I have Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Draw Up Politics. Join our Discord. Really appreciate it. Cool. Eugene is here every night saying mean things, and we just keep them in here, and that's good. We are a free speech platform. Bought this. Don't even say that. Don't even say that. Hello.
Hello?
Howdy.
Hey, what's up, man?
Nothing much. How are you?
I'm doing good. How is Trump a dictator?
He wants to be one. The fact he wants to use the military as law enforcement to go after his political opponents is pretty bad.
He's the commander-in-chief. He's responsible for every U.S. citizen.
So
how is he a dictator?
Okay. Can the commander-in-chief say that the military needs to walk your daughter to school every morning to keep her safe because he's responsible for Americans?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's not how our Constitution works or our government. The military is not at the hands of the president to do whatever he wants. I don't think the military should be able to go and just take surveillance over your child or you. So I disagree with that.
So does your cell phone take surveillance of you?
Are you forced to carry a cell phone? And is it the military tracking you?
Questions. These are yes or no questions. Does your cell phone take surveillance of you?
Hey, I'll be honest though. If you want to have a real conversation, I'll have a conversation with nuance. But
Have
a
the
yes or no question.
conversation.
But you know what a yes or no question means?
Simple yes or no.
Yeah, a yes or no question means if we had any nuance, your argument's going to fall apart. That's why you need to be yes or no because you can't go any further.
So
when
where
I
does
give a
this
nuanced
information
answer,
go to?
what?
Where does this information go to?
What information?
Your information.
Your cell
To
phone
the
information?
government, correct? Yeah, it goes to the government, correct? Simple question, yes or no?
So, do you think that having an armed military member following you is the same as carrying a smartphone?
Would you be safer with an RO member following you than you just having a cell phone?
No, not at all, no.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because in a
Who
country
wrote
where
more
any
executive-
president can do that whenever he wants, that's what Russia has,
got
that's
another
what North
question.
Korea has, that's what China has. Those countries are not better than America.
I have another question. Who wrote more executive orders, Joe Biden or Donald Trump?
You mean the things that you can just do whenever you want? Donald
Who
Trump.
wrote Joe?
Yeah, Donald Trump
Oh.
has way more virtue signals. They're called virtue signals.
No,
Biden has
no.
more bills.
Who wrote
Biden has more laws
executive
passed.
orders by the number, Joe Biden or Donald Trump?
Trump right now, yeah, 100%. He's the most executive orders of any president in American history by far in the first 100 days.
Where are you
Yeah.
getting this information?
What?
Where are you getting this information?
I'll
Google
look
it.
up the executive orders graph. Oh, God. Because FDR
Google it.
used to be the highest. All right, it's on the screen in 2 seconds. So executive orders in first 100 days. Trump is on, let's see. So especially being out of a national emergency right now and nothing crazy happening, Trump signed 70 executive orders in his first 100 days. Biden signed 40 coming out of COVID. Truman signed 55, and FDR is even.
Biden signed 135 in his
No, I'm
first
talking
100
about the
days.
current.
That's
not true.
See. Now you're look.
I have
look,
the-
look.
I
These
have it
are
on the
very
screen.
direct questions. These
I
are
have
very
it on the
direct
screen.
questions.
I have it on the screen.
Is an executive order a law?
No.
So why is DACA still being applied?
Are you against DACA?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you can. I mean, within immigration law, when you say something like DACA can happen, you are taking an interpretation of laws passed by Congress and using your powers to grant that.
DACA is an executive order. It was not passed by Congress.
Yeah, that's why
Why
you
is
can
it
take it
still
away with an
applied?
executive order. Because, okay, so if Congress writes a law, right? Congress writes a law. Within
Yes.
that law, you can make reasonable adjustments in how you enforce said law. If you want Congress to If you want to do something, if Congress wants to stop the president from doing something in a law, they can readjust the law to make it more specific to say you can't do something else. So the executive has some discretion in how they enforce a law, and that can be tested by courts. So there's a whole system of checks and balances there. That's why Trump can just shut it down whenever he gets in office. I agree, it should be a law, but it's within executive purview.
The Supreme Court said no. This is what I'm trying to say. That's totally false. An executive order can be written over by the next executive. Why did they keep DACA?
Why did they keep DACA?
Yeah, please answer that.
Why? I mean, I'm talking about Trump and military control, but you kind of shifted the conversation.
It's not a law. So why'd they keep it?
Who's we? Who's they?
The Supreme Court.
Because in an executive's purview, unless if the law specifies you cannot use this funding for this, there's a lot of wiggle room there.
Seriously?
Are you mad about how the government works, how the Constitution works? Yeah, that's how the executive functions within legislation, yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying? Because you guys are screaming about stuff that makes absolutely no sense. The president doesn't write law. What is the president's job? It is to enact the laws that Congress passed. Correct?
Yeah, so when Trump signed the executive order to ban burning the American flag, that was not a law, but he said it was. Because he wants to do propaganda, but it was not a law. But he still did it.
Which is why, certain things
okay.
should be easy. Put it all out there. Not 1% of it.
So you can just, burning the American flag is no problem. You can't burn it in public because that's arson. You just can't set fires in public. Correct? That's the law, right?
I really don't know. So, like, in this conversation, I advocate against the federal government using military control to occupy American cities, and Trump is trying to do that. That's my main point of Trump trying to be a dictator right now, at least. And also trying to overturn...
Occupy.
Trying to overturn the 2020 election is another one. But wanting to occupy... What?
How did he try to overturn it?
Well, he tried doing a fake elector slate to overturn the Electoral College. He tried getting Mike Pence to do that illegally, and Mike Pence said no. Trump still told him to do it after Mike Pence said no, and then he led the mob to the Capitol. That's why they were saying kill Mike Pence and hang Mike Pence.
Okay.
Trump tried throwing out ballots in Georgia and Pennsylvania. He tried doing a bunch of faulty claims about like stolen ballots that had no grounding in court, and Trump still to this day wants to say the election was stolen with zero evidence, and
Zero evidence.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Democrat legislators changed voting laws, correct, during this 2020 election.
Actually, so in Pennsylvania, for example, mail-in voting was done in 2019 on a bipartisan consensus. In 2019, in Pennsylvania, a state Trump complained about. So in 2019, before 2020, because I know you don't know this stuff, but like Democrats and Republicans both passed mail-in voting before Trump said it was bad in Pennsylvania. So some of these laws passed before 2020.
So it was more states than just Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and all this stuff was challenged in court, and none of it stood up for Trump at all. There's no evidence. That's why on Joe Rogan says, hey, Trump. Joe Rogan says, hey, Trump, give me any information about the election being stolen. Joe Rogan said like 10 times to Trump, like, hey, you said the election was stolen. That's a big deal. Like, what information do you have? Trump gave him zero. Anyone can go back and watch it. Trump gave him zero information. There's zero facts at all about Trump's claims there.
So you believe in mail-in voting. You believe to send out ballots to everybody in the country.
Oh, 1 second. Sorry, I dropped something. Mail-in voting, there's no reason to distrust it. But the main thing that I'm trying to say right now is just the 2020 election was 100%. When Trump says it was stolen and he tried to steal it, it's all lies, what Trump said for that election.
You understand chain of custody, right?
For like ballots or?
Chain of custody. Just what the term means. Chain of custody. Right? Why does Mexico have voter ID? Why do most countries in the free world have voter ID?
Why do most countries in the free world have mail-in voting?
They do not have mail-in voting. No, they do not.
Okay. What countries have mail-in voting? 1 second. Let's see which countries have mail-in voting. 1 second. I'll find the list. You can keep talking while I look.
That's fine. That's fine. We can look at the Electoral College map, too. The only counties that Trump lost have no voter ID and mail-in ballots. Why are Democrats so scared of voter ID?
Okay, so Switzerland uses mail-in voting. United Kingdom, UK, Canada uses mail-in voting. Australia uses mail-in voting. India uses mail-in voting. Mexico uses mail-in voting. Hungary uses mail-in voting. Spain uses mail-in voting. So do you trust mail-in voting since all those countries use it?
No, I do not.
Wait, but you said Mexico uses voter ID, so you want to use their mail-in voting too, right?
Yeah, because you have to prove who you are. They just don't send out.
You gotta prove who you are. You gotta prove who you are for ballots in America too. You have to scan your ID on the website before they send it to you. Yeah, you have to verify your identity.
When you register to vote, do you have to show an ID to prove you're an American citizen?
To get a mail-in ballot and yeah, you need to show your information. Yes.
To register, I'm speaking very directly.
To get your mail-in ballot, I said to get your mail-in ballot and to register. And there's barely any states where you need no identification to register to vote. Yes, when you register, you have to show your ID in like 99% of states.
And there's the problem. If you don't need to prove who you are when you register,
you do need to prove who you are in most states. You have no facts about any of this. You believe? Okay, wait. Do you think the 2020 election was stolen?
Excuse me?
Do you think the 2020 election was stolen?
Absolutely.
Based off what information?
You got people sticking a bunch of ballots in a mailbox.
No, okay, I'm not talking about your Twitter feed. I'm talking about real information litigated by courtrooms and facts. What facts do you have? Yeah, you have video evidence of nothing. What facts were proven?
We have video evidence of
we
people
get it.
in
You
Georgia
like watching videos. That was fake as well. They were never hiding ballots. They were transferring it from one area to another. That was proven in court to be fake, a fake story. In court, where facts actually matter, it was proven wrong. You have no actual facts. You have videos you saw on social media.
So the videos were fake, is what you're saying?
The videos were not of what you thought they were of. No, and I hope people like you don't fall for AI videos when those are.
The video's fake.
You don't have the right idea of what was happening. That's why the courts denied everything. Okay, even Trump-friendly judges said this is not verified at all.
Trump judges said this.
Yeah, Trump's own people, he's signing executive orders to go after them right now. People that certified the 2020 election, yeah. Because he's mad at them.
I wonder why.
Because he wants to be a dictator. That's the whole conversation here. Because he has no evidence of it at all. Okay, name one court case. Name one court case where the Trump admin proved ballots were being harvested and also hidden, and and moved in different boxes. Show me the court cases for these things.
Repeat that, because you didn't make any sense.
Do you have any? Did Trump win any? I mean, you don't. Yeah. Did Trump win any court cases? On the 2020 election being stolen?
No.
And when they went to court cases, why did they have no evidence to present?
They had evidence.
No, they had no evidence. Like the video you just said about Georgia,
the video was no standing. That's what the court said.
The video you had in Georgia, they could not submit to a court because it was fake. It was not of. Actually, I'm pretty sure the person from the video was able to sue for money. In that fake video, or not the fake video, but the people that lied about that video.
So you believe that the videos are fake?
I'm saying you don't know what was happening in the videos.
In your heart of hearts, do you believe that Joe Biden got more votes than Barack Obama?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So did Donald Trump. So did Kamala Harris. So did Trump again, yeah.
We know Donald Trump did.
So during the 2020 election, why were there Democrats that lost their races in the House and Senate, but, a Democrat was able to win their state for president in Joe Biden? Why did Democrats steal the election and somehow split the ballots as well?
You went to sleep the night of that election. Donald Trump was winning.
Yeah, because all the ballots weren't counted yet.
And then we woke up. All the polls should have been closed. How do you wake up?
The laws were followed.
How do you wake up before the polls reopen?
I know numbers make you mad, but this isn't proof. This isn't. You realize you're just saying you're emotional. Your emotions were upset, but that's not the facts of the case.
He said Donald Trump is a dictator. How is
Yeah,
he
and
trying
I
to
made
be?
actual arguments. I made actual arguments. You're just saying you're emotional. Like the votes were counted. I'm sorry I'm sorry you don't like the laws, but they were laws passed and they were counted the way they were supposed to
We're
according to
winning.
law.
We're winning.
Good.
I'm over it.
You could be. I mean, you're wrong, but you can win and be wrong. 100%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a lot of people win and they're wrong. Yeah. Russia has a dictatorship. China does. North Korea does. Like a lot of countries have fallen to this ideology that you support. Yeah, it happens.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of countries do. Yeah, 100%.
Why
You
did
could be
Ukraine?
wrong.
Why didn't Putin attack Ukraine during Donald Trump's first term?
Putin was attacking Ukraine during Trump's first term.
No, he was not.
I'll find this information for you again, since you don't know. You can't use Google. One second. Let's see. During Trump's presidency, there were around 90,000 ceasefire violations by Russia. There was armed conflict in the Donbass in Ukraine. And yeah, there was another like ceasefire in 2019 that was completely that Russia completely just like, ignored with Ukraine, with France and Germany, I believe. They signed a bunch of agreements. But yeah, there was conflict on the border during Trump's administration. The invasion of Ukraine came from a couple different factors. I mean, post-COVID could be a reason. Ukraine. What happened?
It came from Biden.
How?
Let's go through it. Bill Clinton took the nukes from Ukraine, correct?
No, it was a agreement between
No, Google it or look it up. Bill Clinton
multiple
took the nukes
countries,
from Ukraine.
including Russia, signed on to that agreement. It wasn't just one person taking it away.
Bill Clinton took the nukes from Ukraine.
Are you 5 years old? Can you hear English? Do you have is this your third language? Like, do you hear me right now? Do you think Bill Clinton himself went to Ukraine?
And I'm responding to you.
And no other.
So
there's deals that we can
understand
read.
English.
We can read the Budapest Memorandum right now. We can see the conversations there discussed on what the terms were of Ukraine not having nukes anymore
Under Obama,
by
Russia
multiple
took
countries.
no territory.
Okay, so you want to
during
go
the
past that
Trump-
point because you don't care about the facts there either. This is why Trump won. That's why Trump won.
Trump won because Democrats can't tell you what a woman is.
Yeah,
That's
because
why
you're
he-
emotional. Because you're emotional.
I'm emotional. You damn
Yes.
right. I got kids, and I tell my kids what men and women are.
Okay.
That's why you lost. Period.
Well, you also believe the election was stolen. You probably blame Ukraine for the war there. You probably think immigrants are the cause of all of our problems. There's a lot. You probably defend Jeffrey Epstein as well now, since Trump told you to. You probably think Trump's a hero for rejecting Jeffrey Epstein and helping Ghislaine Maxwell.
This is the way I feel about the Epstein girls. They went there for the money. They sold
there you
their
go. Yeah,
soul
sure.
for
Yep.
the money.
There you go. Yep. There you go.
There it is. And they kept
So
going
here's
back.
the thing, though. Here's the thing. You're anti-trans, but you're also pro-child abuse. When it comes
What
to
do you
actual child sex trafficking,
It's
you're gonna
just
say they
the
went for the
money.
money. But when it comes to trans people, it's your number one issue. But when it comes to when it comes to kids being raped, you don't give a flying shit. But when it comes to trans people, you care. When it comes to kids
How is
being
it
raped, when it comes to
money?
kids actually being raped, this is the MAGA ideology. This is MAGA.
They chose
This
to
is
be
MAGA.
sex workers.
This is MAGA.
They chose
When
to be
when
sex
14
workers. Yes or
when
no?
when you say, so you're saying 13-year-old girls chose to be sex workers. This is MAGA. And I easily exposed you going down this. You thought you had me on the what is a woman thing. What is child rape? And why don't you give a shit about it?
They went there for the money. If
Oh, there you go.
somebody
Yeah.
was raping
Keep on
you,
defending
why
child
would you
rape. Keep on
do
defending
so
child
much?
rape. Yeah, keep on defending child rape.
No,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
They
the
weren't
13-year-olds
raped.
went there for the money.
They
The
were
13
willing
yeah,
participants.
good argument. The 13-year-olds went there for the money. Yeah, sure. Nice.
Thank you. Just accept it. They went there for the money.
Okay.
And now they want to have
Hey.
some type of trauma.
It just happens. People who are anti-trans are also pro-child abuse now. It's just
There's
funny
no
how that
such
goes.
thing as change. You don't transform from a male
Well, you
to a
don't think
female.
there's a such thing as a child abuse. You think a 13-year-old
There's a
that
such
gets
thing as
raped
child.
and sex trafficked is getting
There's
paid
a
to do
such
it.
thing as child abuse. I'll agree with that. But if you could if somebody was raping you, why would you go back?
Are you blaming the girls who got raped?
No. Answer the question. I speak very directly.
You are blaming them.
Is raping
You are blaming them. You're victim blaming the girls who got raped. You're by these. You think all these wealthy, powerful people. You're expecting a 13-year-old girl to fight against them from horrible conditions. They went out to get girls who had traumatic childhoods on purpose, and you're blaming them for being caught up with these extremely powerful people and not being able to break out of it.
Decisions. Yes or no?
You're saying it's a 13-year-old girl's decision to be sex trafficked, and you're not blaming the people who did it.
They went there for the money. That's bad parenting. Where were their fathers?
So, again, when Trump is running defense for Ghislaine Maxwell right now, you're going to blame the women and the girls, well, the now women, but the women that were girls when they were raped and sex trafficked. You're going to blame them and not Trump for defending Ghislaine Maxwell.
They chose to go there willingly. They weren't kidnapped. They chose to go. This man is going to give me this money.
You're now saying a 13-year-old can give consent to anything.
Oh, they can't? So you don't know the difference from right and wrong when you're 13 years old. This is what you're saying. Can a 13-year-old tell the difference between right and wrong? They were there for the money. That's why. He just wasn't out there with a van snatching up little girls. Correct?
Are you saying a 13-year-old girl can consent to sex?
Yes. They are willing participants.
And you also think trans people are the #1 threat to children in America right now?
No.
But you think they're a big threat?
They are a big threat, yes. Because it's a mental illness.
So
it's called gender dysphoria. Is it not?
So are you saying it's worse to be trans than it is to have sex with a 13-year-old girl?
That's apples and bananas. Is it wrong legally to have sex with a 13-year-old girl as an adult? Yes. But if this girl is a willing participant and she gets paid, what is she? Is she a victim? I think not. Because she took the money. They didn't force these girls to do anything. They took the money.
Wait, I know. I'm just saying, like, can a 13-year-old consent to having sex? Like, if a 30-year-old man has sex with a 13-year-old, can a 13-year-old consent to that?
If they're a willing participant, yes, they consented to it. Is it wrong in the eyes of the law? Absolutely. Absolutely. I have young girls. Trust me. But they took the money. Correct? And then they turned around and went back for more money. So they knew what they were doing.
I would probably say that I am anti-raping little girls and I am pro-trans people having freedom in America. But you are pro-raping little girls and anti-trans. I think my position would win.
If a person chooses to do something for money, that means they consented to it. Correct?
I don't even know how to respond. I just don't know.
No, because there's no response. They took the money.
There is no response. That is right. There is no response to
they took
this.
The money.
But
they took the money, right? And if they were raped and then they went back, what is that saying about them and their character?
The 13-year-old girl's character.
Yeah. If you're having sex for money, what does that say about the girl and their character?
Okay.
Yeah. That's it with that. But how is Trump a dictator? He's just enforcing laws that Congress wrote because presidents don't write laws. These are laws on the books.
So, like,
I'm listening.
Are you saying the children were not raped?
Legally, yes. Yes. According to U.S. law, yes. Did they take the money? Yes.
If you go to young girls, kids in a terrible background that are very poor and traumatized, and you seek them out and you purposely manipulate them and bring them back to the ultra powerful Jeffrey Epstein with all these rich connections, and you get them in this condition, in this position, and you have them do sexual acts upon the ultra rich person, and the fact you see no issue with that is freaking insane in this country, and I don't even. It's crazy. I can't even get mad over it because I think you might be a little brain damaged, and I don't want to be ableist. But it's just insane that you would have that position. I don't even know how to respond to it. I don't even know how to respond to you not understanding how these rich and powerful people can get these girls in these compromising positions to rape them over and over and over again. And you think 13-year-olds can consent in any situation? You think a child can consent to sex? That is insane. The fact you think a child can consent to sex is insane. You think a child can consent to sex? You think a child can consent to sex? It's insane. You think so if you think you can pay a child for sex and it's only bad because it's illegal? That's not even a pedophilia. That is literally like that's pedophilia. Like you think it should be legal to rape children? It's insane. It's actually insane. I don't even know how to be mad about this because I think you have brain damage. I don't know how to be mad. My chat wants me to be more mad. I just don't know. I don't.
Half of your chat probably thinks that men can become women. What do I care about how they think? I'm just spitting facts. These girls chose to do this thing. Yes or no?
No, I don't think a child can consent to sex, no.
Did they do this willingly? Yes.
I don't think a child can consent to sex.
Did they do this willingly? Yes.
A child is not developed enough to consent to sex. No, they cannot consent to sex. No, a child cannot consent to sex.
I've answered, but a child could consent to get sterilized.
No, that's not allowed either.
Oh shit!
No.
So where does the trans movement come from then? Why are they messing with kids?
You also believe lies about that too, but regardless, you think it's okay to have sex with children.
What? Okay. Is it illegal to walk around naked in the United States?
Well, for you encourage it if they're children.
What's that called? Public indecency?
You gotta pivot to something else.
No. I'm stating a fact. Because you won't answer my question. But you have pride parades with men naked dancing in front of children. Is that not public indecency? Yes or no?
I have been to many different events and many different places, and I've never seen anything like that. Now you could believe the media about that as well, but you are still advocating that young children can consent to sex, which is something that I assume is a 99.1% issue.
But they took the money. They sold their innocence for dollars.
Well, they're kids who are sex trafficked.
That's a parenting problem.
So you can rape kids who have bad parents. and it's okay because
Hey,
they
these
can coerce
children
them into
sign
it.
up. I don't condone it, but if a child signs up,
You do
okay,
condone
okay,
it. You do condone. I literally said, "Can a child consent to sex?" And you said yes, but legally no.
Okay. Can a 13-year-old kill you?
A dog can kill you.
Okay. Can a 13-year-old human kill you? I ask these are very direct questions. Can a 13-year-old male kill you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is murder wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we have a common ground. So what happens to a 13-year-old if they kill you?
Well, sometimes, I mean, it's a different process for juveniles. It depends on the state.
Okay. And different states have different laws according to consent, correct?
No state says you can have sex with a 13-year-old.
Yes, they do.
Do you realize that in a conversation like this, pivoting to discussing the age of consent laws by state is not the best place to go?
Why not? It's the law.
Because then you want to advocate about the age of consent. It just makes you sound
The
like a
law.
pedophile. Like
Going
even
off
more.
of U.S. law. Consent is different from California to Alabama.
Do you study age of consent laws?
We can go for it. Let's go for it.
Why do you study age of consent laws?
Let's go because I want to know the law to protect my children. That's why. Why does the Democratic Party tell men they can be women? Males cannot transform into females. That's
They don't
not
transform.
on the human genome.
They don't transform.
So what is a trans?
Well, you say trans, you know that they used to be male and now they're female. That's why you say trans. That's the point of the word trans, right?
Oh boy. So can a man have a baby?
No.
Can he gestate a baby?
What? No.
Okay. Who does that, men or women?
Women.
So how can you be a trans if you can't do what women do?
You know there's women who are born female who can't have babies.
Oh, that doesn't make you any less human. Yes, there's people that are
Yeah,
born
they're still
with one
human.
arm. That makes them no less human.
Actually, so if a woman, there's women who go through menopause who can't have babies either.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Women go through menopause, they can't have babies either.
Absolutely. So how can a man that will never go through menopause, that has a prostate, become a woman?
They identify as a woman because they're trans.
Well, how can you identify as a woman? Then what is a woman?
What is a woman?
An adult human female. What is a woman to you?
An adult human female.
Yes, that's the woman.
Yeah.
What's a woman to you? I want to hear your definition.
An adult human female.
Because I identify as correct. So what is your definition?
An adult human female.
Yes. So what is your definition of a woman?
An adult human female.
Thank you. So how can you be a man that says they are a trans woman when you are not a woman?
Because you're trans.
We don't transform.
No, they
It's
don't transform, but
impossible.
they're trans. They transition.
No, they're cross-dressers.
No, they transition. They
wear
don't transform.
women's clothes. They wear women's clothes.
Well, they transition. They don't transform.
How do you transition?
Well, usually you do things that are typically aligned with women and gender standards. So usually makeup, sometimes longer hair, sometimes hormones if you're of age and you can legally access hormones. That can happen as well. Yeah, and those are ways that people can affirm a different gender. Yeah.
My braids are 18 inches long. I'm still not a woman. I can
Well,
put on makeup.
I'm happy for you.
Still not a woman.
Well, I'm happy
I
that
can
you
wear
are a drag
clothes.
queen. You're a pretty drag
I'm
queen
not
then.
a woman.
You're a really pretty drag queen. You got long hair you can pull on.
so they're not women.
Well, you don't identify as a woman.
You just said it. There's no such thing as trans.
No, you don't. You don't identify as a woman. You don't, unless if you do, you might.
So can we agree that trans don't exist?
No, trans exists.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
On your driver's license, does it say an M or an F?
Oh no. I don't ever read it.
What does your birth certificate say? Because doctors don't assign gender.
It says I'm him. My birth certificate says I'm him.
It says male. It doesn't say him. It says male.
It says I'm him because I'm him.
It says male.
I'm him though.
It doesn't say him. I can guarantee you that.
No, I'm him.
It says male. It doesn't say female. It says male.
No, I'm him though.
You're him what?
I'm him.
You're him what?
I'm him.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I'm him.
What does that mean? What does it mean?
I'm him.
What does him refer to? Male or female?
I'm Himothy.
Oh, are you a male or a female?
I'm Himothy. I'm him.
Oh, I got you. This is the mental delusion. I get it. I get it. If there's no objective truth, there is no truth. That's the problem with the left.
You're right.
These girls took money. They knew they were wrong, but they chose to take the money.
Okay,
and now
listen, buddy. You don't have to go back to defending pedophilia and child rape. We moved on from that, all right? You can push me on trans issues more. You don't gotta. I know you think about that a lot, but we can stay on trans issues. It's okay. You can chill out. You can chill out.
It's about choice. Perfectly fine. I'm not yelling at you. I'm letting you speak, and I respect you for being quiet when I speak some of the time.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. You're doing all the work. I appreciate it.
No, it's out of respect. You know, we can disagree on a bunch of things. I disagree with my mom a lot, and that's half of my DNA. So we're not going to agree on everything. But to your first point, how is Trump a dictator? How? The people want the National Guard. Politicians
no, that's not true.
do.
That's not true.
What do you mean?
In D.C., I know people who live in D.C. They hate it. The polling says 80% do not want it. 80% don't want it.
Correct.
You said the people want it. You're pivoting. You're pivoting. You said people don't want it, but you said people do want it, but they don't. No, they don't.
Oh, the people don't want it?
Nope.
Okay.
They're being forced to have it by the authoritarian government. That's the point of authoritarianism. Yeah, they're being forced to.
I don't know what you're watching, but you need to go and ask
looking at the
people.
actual. Yeah, I know people who live in D.C., and they're the whites and the blacks. I know all the people in D.C., and they don't like seeing random federal agents. Yep, and I see all the polling too. I know every D.C. person. I talk to all of them every day. And I see the polling too. And what they say is, I'd rather see you guys shit on the sidewalk than have a random FBI agent breathing down my damn neck with a rifle to my skull. They'd rather random people doing dumb shit rather than the military taking over their city. Yeah.
Why was there 12 days with no murders in D.C.? The National Guard didn't even bring guns. They were just there.
Nice. I want to apologize to the stream. I do want to apologize, and I'll put this on my video if I post it on YouTube as well. I don't have an angry reaction to someone defending the assault of children and blaming 13-year-old girls for Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. I'm not surprised this Trump voter defended it and defended there being no age of consent. I don't have a version of me that ever expects to hear a person say that. But I guess it's another new thing to argue in MAGA world with Trump voters that I need to be ready for. I just don't ever, I don't have a mode in my brain to react to someone saying that these girls were making a choice to be greedy and take money with these super powerful people, and it's the 13-year-old girl's fault in these terrible conditions. Like, I know people hear that and they're going to say this is disgusting, but I don't have a response to that. It's so outlandish and so crazy. It's crazy as shit. It's laughable. I can't even give a proper angry response to it. And he openly admits he wants authoritarian military power in American streets. He's very obviously anti-trans. I memed with him a little bit on that topic because you can't really discuss that with someone like that. Why would you would never respect someone's opinion who is defending the assault of young children and blaming them for what happened to them. Like, you would never respect that person's opinion to begin with. So entertaining the conversation is stupid anyway. But you need to understand, these people will be anti-trans and say trans people are a threat to children while defending actual child actual child assault. They will defend actual child assault. It was never about protecting the kids. They only care about kids. They only care about women when they can use women and kids to attack trans people. And this conversation is exemplary of all of that crazy conversation. And I apologize. I don't know how to react to that. I don't want to platform it either, but I did want to soak enough out of it for people to get a real image on what some people are thinking out there. Does that help with views how it's such a terrible call? Does that help with views how that's such a does that help with views? It's such a terrible call. Sometimes I do calls on this channel that my viewers don't love, and I'm trying to do it for a certain purpose. And it's not a fun call, but we can't pretend like this is not a thing that's happening. Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein was so powerful. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I should have said that too. I should have said just like, do you think they might have been scared because Epstein's powerful? But also, it's a 13-year-old girl. So a 13-year-old girl does not have the ability to even comprehend that. Like, they just know they're from a broken background, they're traumatized, and they do know there's a sense of control and power over them. But they can't even define that themselves. So I would never even think to even ask that question, to put that on a 13-year-old girl. And then he started defending age of consent laws being lower, and like, that was crazy. He kept going back to it too. Yeah. Bad parenting. Again, yeah, the bad parenting thing. If someone has a bad parent, if they get raped, it's their fault. It's like, okay, dude. Imagine talking to someone and they're like, hey, dude, it's technically illegal in some states, and also, like, they had bad parents, so, like... Thank you for the likes, comments, and subscribes. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Please donate to Jola Politics and Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. Please join my Patreon. A few dollars a month. Become a channel member on YouTube. All the support really helps. As I mentioned earlier, my TV is broken. Turn that TV off, as Kendrick said. I gotta get a new TV to watch television. Obviously, it's a first world problem. I know. But someone can ship me a TV to Mar-a-Lago. Did you guys see the White House said today, unfortunately, the weakness of the previous administration has driven Russia and China closer together. That's a terrible development and the lack of American leadership and a lack of American strength. How many months into the presidency can they stop blaming Biden for everything? How, like, sign up on desktop. Oh, did that work, Kelly? Did that work on, Patreon? Did it change on desktop versus smartphone? Is it cheaper on desktop? Because I did see that you canceled the $9 one. Oh,
New
thank you so much.
donation from
Thank
the
you.
Deep State. $10 TV fund.
Thank you for $10 for the TV fund. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I might need to get an editor for that video, dude. That could go. That's the type of thing with good editing that can go viral. Because that was unhinged. That was crazy as shit. I can't believe he didn't say, like, he didn't even say one time that he's anti-pedophilia. He wouldn't even say that. He just was like, yeah, so, like, so what? I'm pro-pedophilia. Deal with it. Like, he was proud about it. He's like, yeah, dude, I'm right. Like, they took the money. Like, it's their fault. They like, Jesus Christ. How do I talk to... Thank you, Deep State, for $10 for TV fund. I don't know who the Deep State is today. I didn't see your name yet. But thank you, Deep State. I'll make sure I check that later to see your name. But thank you so much. Thank you for $2, John. Hey, John, if you want to have a debate, donate $5 to my Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo with your first name and phone number. Or $10. Sri is the Deep State today. Thank you, Sri. Sri is the Deep State today. Secretary Brainworm. Jonathan Stewart says, I don't think nasty stuff goes viral. People seem to want more positive stuff. Trump being president is proof that shitty things go viral. I'm sorry, but bad things get the most clicks by far. Like, by far, dude. I wish you were right about that. I wish you were right. I do wish we lived in that world that you are dreaming of, that people want positive things. Drolla politics. $10, John. John, if you're rich, support independent media. Give me like $25, $30. It's Drolla politics. $33.33. I should have asked about incest. Yeah. Cash App and Venmo and Cash App. It's Drolla politics. It's my host is the product of bad parenting. True. Hey, I appreciate the call. I had to hang up though. I'm sorry. Okay, wait. What should I do now? I could take that one caller if he donates. If he donates quick before I lose all the viewership. You gotta donate quick, buddy. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you, pal. It's getting late. It's what day is it? Wednesday night? Thursday morning? Oh, look at me. Live on YouTube.
Thanks for joining us here on the news at 4:29 local time. Joe Paris here with you.
And I'm Brenda Rodriguez. We start with this news. Survivors of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein stood together today speaking to public and lawmakers on the Hill, demanding...
Okay. He sent me $10. That'll be my final call for tonight. Thank you, John.
Hello?
Howdy, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, Joe? How are you doing, bro?
I'm doing all right. Winding down for tonight. You're gonna be my last caller. Thank you for the donation.
Of course, bro. Of course. So first and foremost, I want to preface this with the fact that I'm in no way in support of any kind of child abuse, child molestation, pedophilia in any way. I do believe that the person you spoke to earlier, like you said, wasn't all there as far as his mind goes. I do support the right. I was a lot more centered before the Biden administration. Like I was a lot more balanced as far as being in the middle. But from what I can see, or from what I've seen in the past few years here, the left became a bit unhinged, and most of their what do I want to call it here? Like most of their agenda became just way far out there, and that kind of turned me away from them. I voted Democrat for Obama, but when Biden came around, I voted for Trump, and I voted for Trump again. Not necessarily because Trump is my favorite candidate in the world, but just because the pros on his side outweigh the cons on the left side, and that's just me being honest, bro. But like the last caller you had was absolutely disgusting, and I feel like he's a fringe right person that in no way can be swayed, gets married to his argument, and is in no way open-minded as far as what he's even talking about.
Yeah, it's hard though because 50% of the Republican Party would be okay with Trump being a dictator in like every poll. So they're okay with him violating Congress and just passing over Congress, ignoring them, ignoring the Supreme Court and other courts. So when it comes to the fringes in American politics, I think there's issues with Democrats that I talk about. I think the biggest issue in general is Republicans are good at mud throwing and shit throwing. So they're really good at labeling Democrats as super radical, even when they might not be. And Republicans are like now trying to kill all vaccines in America. They are trying to isolate America from the global economy. They are supporting Russia over frickin' Ukraine. Like we're doing a bunch of crazy backwards shit. We're cutting cancer research and using that money to paint the border wall black because Trump said so. We're making the Oval Office pure gold. We're defending Ghislaine Maxwell. We're taking $400 million planes from Qatar. So I just feel like the Republicans are very good at getting into the mud so they can frame Democrats in a certain way. But I would definitely love to respond to what you view as the fringes and answer any questions you might have as an honorary liberal cuck myself.
No, yeah, I was just referring to that specific last conversation you had. Yeah, like I wasn't even trying to smear the left or the right. Honestly, I would just like a world where everyone would let everybody else live their version of their happiest life and leave everybody the fuck alone. Like I don't mean to be vulgar or anything, but that's just how I feel. Like just do the right thing. Everybody knows right from wrong. Do that. Like for instance,
I wish.
Yeah, I mean, like for instance, I have no issue at all with trans. People want to call them mentally ill. Maybe some are, maybe some aren't. It's not for me to say. I don't know them personally with trans people. I don't know every trans person in the world, personally. I cannot make that assessment about them if I don't know them personally myself. So I will digress from making
I appreciate that position because so many people are willing to just throw people under the bus, and that happened with like gay people for a long time too. Like this is unnatural. They want to manipulate the kids, and now a majority of people realize like, oh well, gay people are just like us. They're normal people that just happen to be attracted to the same sex. And trans people, it's harder to understand. I do have like a good book I can recommend if you read it all, or if you listen to audiobooks on being trans. It's by the first ever congressperson who's trans, Sarah McBride. Her book is a really good, I think, detail on someone navigating in a more professional lens. So it might be a little bit, she comes from money and privilege, so it makes it easier. And she talks about that as well in the book. But if you want to hear from like a trans person, and there's other trans authors as well that you can get like a sense of, you can never understand it obviously, but at least you can get some more information directly from someone instead of like what Republicans usually do today, which is just like say, oh, they're evil, we don't like it, we are confused about it, so therefore they need to be eradicated, which is bad, obviously.
Well, I feel like, and like, correct me if I'm wrong here. I feel like people like me are like, I hope they are in one sense, and I don't have any demographic data, so please don't ask for any because I don't know. I guess it's just my hope, my hopes and dreams. I hope that people, people are balanced like me. They like the MAGA, like most of the MAGA movement has this sentiment towards trans people. And again, I'm speculating at best here, I'm hoping that that's so. But from what I've seen, and for the people I actually speak with on a daily basis, other MAGA supporters, and this, that, and the other, and they do have that stance, and they do have a live and let live attitude, as long as stuff isn't being crammed down their throats. Like, for instance,
I don't. Yeah, I have a problem with that when they say that stuff,
Yeah,
though.
yeah. No, just 1 second. So, what's your stance about? And again, I'm trying to have an articulate, discourse. That is it. I'm not trying to argue. No mic drop questions. No yes and no. Like you said, there is nuance and everything, and I appreciate that. So please give me all the nuance you got. What is your stance on trans females being in female sports?
If it's a sport that's just casual for fun, I think we should have community sports for people to play in. I think we need that for anyone in general. So like JV teams, co-ed, casual sports in college. Even if you have an intramural team, it can be a co-ed soccer or volleyball or whatever. I think we need places like that for people to have a great time with each other, to be building communities and for mental health and socializing. In America, everyone thinks their little Johnny's going to be a NFL quarterback, and they're going to spend $10,000 on their travel football team and baseball and basketball. So competitive sports, I would definitely lead to having lead to have some restrictions, and that's the opinion most Democrats have, like, by far. And I think if we had a strong person to give that message, it would be a lot less scary. But everyone's afraid to say that message.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a beautiful way to put it. That's absolutely the way it should be, and I fully agree with your stance. But can you go a little bit more in depth about those restrictions you talked about when it comes to competitive sports, because that nuance kind of matters, right? Like, if you could go a little bit more in depth on what those restrictions should be. I mean, you don't have to. Granted,
I just want to say too, like, there's so few trans people in the world. There are states where they sign bills to ban trans athletes that have no trans athletes. So like they picked this group to target. This is targeting and discrimination. So the reason why a lot of liberals don't want to talk about it is largely because they don't even know any trans people. They never experienced it. They know about like one trans swimmer that tied for 5th place with Riley Gaines, that demented piece of shit. But like they know that one story, and then they use that to scapegoat the entire group.
Then they're basing all of their life facts on that one story. You're absolutely
right. But now
right.
the thing is, people that complain about trans sports, they hate trans people in general, and they're not being honest. They're using they're using sports as a soft landing because it rationally does make sense. You can't just transition and play football the next day. It just doesn't make sense. So they use that as their entry point for their real, like, actually hateful, discriminatory views and policies. Like MAGA right now is calling to eradicate trans people, which is extremely scary, extremely violent. And I hope Americans stand up for trans people and their safety and trans rights and everything. But like for the restrictions, like athletic conferences should be doing this. There's some sports where being female is better, like gymnastics. There's ultra marathon running. There are things where physical differences for actually benefit females and a lot of skill sports and everything too. So there's a bunch of regulations that should be done by athletic conferences, people that know sports. It should never be a big government top-down solution, in my opinion.
Okay, I mean that's a perfectly fair and valid stance that has its.
But like, just to wrap up the point really quick, like, there's never someone that says, I think there should be, like, some restrictions, but we have to welcome in trans people to the community. It's always, if you go a layer deeper, like, oh, you care about trans people in sports, it's a big issue for you. Yeah, because they want to make our kids trans and rape them. It's usually going to go to something like that, which is like 99% of the time, it's not in a. If it was a good faith conversation, we would have it. But I think the right wing has very nefarious.
We're going to strongly disagree on that point, which is fine. Again, like, we can strongly disagree on it, because like literally all the people that I've seen in the MAGA movement are very accepting, as far as the live and let live mentality is. It's when people try to bring their life, like their own life, and infringe on those people's lives, that we have problems. When they start trying to jam the fact that we have to call them certain pronouns down our throats, like we must, Like that's a
That
must.
feeling, though, shows a certain mentality towards a group. If you think it's being jammed down your throat, we're having being a straight man jammed down your throat forever. Like we've had that with Hooters forever. No one gave a shit whatsoever. But they saw one gay couple kissing, and now it's like, oh, keep your sexuality inside. We have child beauty pageants, which are way creepier than anything any gay pride parade does.
Oh,
No
I
one
totally
talks about
agree.
those whatsoever. But the
Totally
issue is
agree.
that conservatives will say let live whatever, but then their politicians pass laws to call being trans child abuse and being trans a mental illness to go in insane asylums, and they pass laws that restrict trans healthcare. And they pass laws that you can't say someone's pronoun without being put in jail or whatever. Actual laws against saying pronouns. So you can say let live all you want, but if you say they're cramming it down our throats and their gender ideology is doing this, and you support politicians who are supporting policies that take away rights from a group, that's not let live. That means that, like, if you have a trans person in front of you, you're emotionally going to be like, well, you're okay because you can't handle being hateful in person. But the moment they're out of sight, you're going to support a politician who wants to take away their entire life.
Okay, well, can you be fair and quote like actually quote these laws that have been passed that take away like the point you just made. I don't want to repeat it all, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking
Well,
about.
right now, I mean, in Florida, they want to label being trans as a mental illness and child abuse if you have a kid that's trans and you use the right pronoun. So, like, Florida has laws like this. South Carolina, Texas, Alabama. It's all red states that were like slave states. But like, yeah, it's. I'm not gonna Google a bunch of laws right now, but the Trump admin too with health guidances. The first thing they did when Trump got in office is delete all of our medical records in the federal government concerning trans healthcare or gay people. So like they call it like LGB community now instead of LGBT. So they're trying to actually erase trans people.
Okay, do you think that this might be just a knee-jerk reaction given all of the? I mean, some of which is propaganda, and some of which are things that have actually gotten out of hand, like trans women being able to go in women's bathrooms, trans women being able to compete in competitive sports, like that Imane Khalif in the Olympics that completely beat the shit out of the Italian girl Carini, and granted, there's a lot of speculation, a lot of this, that, and the other around that, whether she's a man or a woman or trans, or whether she was born with a certain type of whatever you want to call it. I don't want to insult by proxy. I don't want I'm not trying to smear demeanor in any way, but like this is what I'm talking about. Like it's a knee-jerk reaction to all of those instances, and those instances are becoming the focal point because they are pretty big instances. Like this is the Olympics, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not like
It's there's no proof that person is not a woman, and they might be intersex or have a high hormone count that gives them a bigger stature. But like there are women who are not trans at all who are banned from the Olympics for high testosterone. So like they do have limits on that kind of stuff already. So like again, if people talk about that, I'm usually like, what the hell? Like why are you focusing on this as a number one issue? Now the bathroom thing is a non-issue completely. Trans people get assaulted, they get raped. They don't do the raping or assaulting. When it comes to the group to be afraid of for shootings and rapes and everything are white men in America typically. And I'm not like a super anti-white man guy. I don't do that kind of politics. I hate all white men, but that's the truth. Men in general are the issue. It's not trans people. Trans people they need protection. They need and like every woman I know feels much safer in an environment with drag queens and around trans people than they do in a sports bar somewhere. Much safer. And it's just like
I'm not saying this should go in men's bathrooms either. Please don't think I'm saying that, because I'm not. What I'm saying is that maybe we should make accommodations for trans bathrooms. You know, like trans
gender neutral
restrooms.
bathrooms are lit. I'm not gonna lie, they're actually kind of nice. Do you ever see a bathroom? It's a wide open bathroom. The stalls are all super private, and then you wash your hands in the same area. And areas of the world that have these have much lower rates of assault and everything too. They're actually really nice bathrooms. But
Yeah. So
the only bad part is all the women got to smell the men taking big old craps.
yeah, that extremely uneasy to see a trans person because okay, not be, and I'm not saying the majority of trans people would do this, but some people would pretend to be like some child molesters, which I know your stance on pedophilia and it's an amazing stance. I fully agree with it. 13-year-olds cannot consent to sex in any way, shape, or form because they don't have the mental acuity to even understand what the fuck is going on. So that guy that was talking was a complete fucking moron. So please, know that we're on the same page there. And I know your stance as far as that's concerned. But some fathers like myself are, concerned about these people that could take advantage of the fact that trans women are not being allowed in men's bathroom and pretend to be a trans woman when they're in fact a child molester.
Well, can't a man just walk in the women's bathroom?
Can a man just walk in the women's bathroom? No, absolutely not.
And pretend to be a janitor, or they could just like walk in if they want to. And actually, right now, the bigger issue is in these states where they have laws for bathrooms, men are seeing women who have a more bold frame, a stronger frame and bigger muscles, and they see women or girls that they say, oh, that person looks trans, and now these men are going and assaulting women in the bathroom, and they have a law behind them that says they can do genital checks and a bunch of other weird shit. There's more evidence by far than that
Where the
for
fuck
that
is
than
this
there is.
going on? That's crazy.
You can look up stories of that. Like that's already happened in a few different states. So definitely look that up then. Like this is a real concern. There's one, I forgot the girl's name, but yeah, they said she had broad shoulders. So therefore the guy checked her and kicked her out of the bathroom. So like women that are not trans are being assaulted because of trans hate more than anything. And like most assaults in general, just so you know, like it's gonna be with family members or friends. Like most of it is gonna be people you know. People that like you don't know randomly happening is a very small chance. And they said this about black people too. Like back in the day, oh, we can't go in the bathroom with black people. I mean, they're dangerous. I can't have my little girl around a black person or gay people. Gay people are all pedophiles. Like they're dangerous too. We can't be in the bathroom with gay people. And now it's trans people. We can't have them in the bathroom. So it's another form of the same anxieties. And I'm not blaming you for that. It's a new thing. I blame people who are taking no thought at all into other people. They don't want to hear other people. They see something new and they see someone doing something, and their first mentality is to be authoritarian and to hate that person. So I'm happy and I appreciate that you're having this conversation and thinking about it, because it is a brand new thing. It takes time to adjust to new things. And I think I think having the conversation is healthy, and we need to make sure we isolate the people. And I think you'd agree, anyone that's outwardly hateful for trans people or who supports laws that want to demonize trans people and put them in harm's way, we need to isolate them away from the conversation and let the decent people come together and resolve these differences and anxieties.
I agree. Not only that, anybody that hates for no reason needs to be just isolated from any discourse of
Okay, wait,
matter.
chat. I'm sorry. My audience is a little autistic. I'm sorry, guys. When I say new, obviously it's new in the same way that gay marriage was new or same-sex marriage. It's new. It's new to be in the forefront of the media. It's a new concept for most people. Yes, being trans has been around for all of human history. I will reiterate that. Okay, I appreciate you guys bringing that up, but when it comes to new, I mean, it's a new topic. It's a new thing to be prominent in media. It's a new thing for people to adjust to in society. It takes a while for people to adjust. Okay, guys, chill.
Your chat got onto you for
a World War II vet that came back and transitioned. I know people that, I know. I actually know a lot of military members that transitioned after the military. Yeah, and they just hid it forever because they couldn't come out because they would have got kicked out of the military. So yeah, I know those those situations happen too. So.
The main focal point is here, in my opinion, is that people can be and should be able to be and do whatever they feel free to be and do. This is the land of the free and the home of the brave, right? Let's live that. And instead of, like you said, approaching a conversation with a closed mind and hate in our hearts, let's actually have a civilized discourse where maybe we can meet a happy middle ground where there's understanding on both sides. And like I don't mean to sound like I'm on a soapbox here singing the kumbaya, because I know it won't be that easy. But if we don't have discourses like these, like we're having right now, like you and I, perfectly civilized, perfect, intelligent, on your end for sure. I hope it's been that on my end as well. If we don't have this, when intelligent conversation ends and it's replaced by silence and silence and like silent anger, then bad things start to happen.
Hell
the
yeah,
entire
we're having a
country.
conversation. Conversations are
Yeah.
good to have because good conversations are good. Oh yeah, do you watch sports at all?
You watch sports? Yeah, I do.
Do you, what sports do you watch?
I mean, all kinds really, because I'm originally from Naples, Italy. Moved here 15 years old. So soccer a lot, football. Like NFL, college
Well, it's
football.
like, do you have a rivalry? Do you have like a team, professional American sports team that you like, and like a rivalry they have?
I don't really think the Saints have a rivalry, do they? I'm a Saints fan.
Maybe
As
the
far-
Texans back in the day. I'm trying to think of who the rivals would be. Okay, what about like Eagles and Cowboys? You know that rivalry?
Yeah.
So like if Eagles are really loud and annoying in Philadelphia, like they are very loud and annoying. Like I go to an Eagles game, shit's crazy. It really is crazy.
I've
Philadelphia
heard.
is insane
I've
for a
heard.
sports town. They scream, but they love it. They all are from the same culture, same background. They know what they're there for. When they scream, it's a party. They really love it. They love hearing their Eagles chant, EAGLE, Eagles. They love that shit. But if a Cowboy fan comes and a Cowboy truck pulls up and they start cheering like, I love my team. My team's awesome. You guys are going down. Like that's a sport and competing, but that person is seen as loud. And you're like, dude, why is this Cowboys fan shoving his shit in our face right now? I think that happens also when it comes to like gay or trans or pride parades, where it feels like, it's being shoved in our faces. They might even just be celebrating themselves and their, I don't want to make it into, it's not teams, but I think you know what I mean. Like, it's something that's a little bit foreign to you. You don't see it as part of, your culture. You don't identify with it as much. So when they do it, it's like, it feels like it's shoved in your face because it's not the norm for you. I hope that analogy works a little bit. I'm just saying, like, the psychological response to seeing trans people or gay people or whatever, and being proud and having pride parades, it might just seem like it's being shoved in your face because when it does happen, it's a very big thing. It hits at points in your brain that you're not used to, like conversations you're not used to having with yourself, and it is a tough conversation to have. And yeah, it's
That's actually there's actually a term for that. It's called selective perception, and it's ingrained in our human survival mechanism that says that the negative things that happen have a lot more impact than the positive things. Like if I were to give you, $20 today, right? And I would also punch you in the arm really hard. You remember me punching you in the arm for a lot longer than me giving you $20. So, like, what I mean by that is that negativity is louder than like negative stuff that happens is a lot louder than positive stuff that happens. So you can have 100 pride parades that go perfectly fine, nothing is shoved down anybody's face, and this, that, and the other, and nobody says a peep about it. There's no news coverage. There's no nothing. One pride parade goes wrong where something happens that's somebody either gay or trans or whatever does something inappropriate or says something inappropriate, and that makes national news. And that's what the main issue in this country is. Like these media outlets are looking for all these negative things because that's what gets them viewership, and that just like cultivates an environment of for this to continue happening over and over, like we're in a vicious cycle. So, I mean, I don't know what needs to be fixed, but in order to fill the divide, in order to bridge the gap, I feel like we need to start from actually talking to one another, person to person, whether you're Republican, Democrat, whether you're in the middle, whether you're not party affiliated, whatever. Just let's humanize people again and let's treat them like human beings. And I feel like we'll get a lot further than what we're getting now. Forget the political parties, forget all that bullshit.
yeah, and I think that's a great way to wrap up the call. I appreciate you again donating and hopping on here to have this conversation. For anyone watching, if you want to donate, Joella Politics and Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo, really supports independent media. These conversations definitely do need to happen. And yeah, I hope if you see other political shows, I'll be honest, with what you said, they probably would be harder on you. So I'm hoping that I could bring a new, a different angle to things, because they'll say like, you want to misgender trans people and hate that. I'm just trying to. I'm from a very 80% Trump County, 90% white area. So I'm from the pinnacle of no diversity. So I understand the anxieties of breaking out of that and seeing new shit. So I appreciate you being willing to discuss it, man. I hope you have a great night.
Yeah, I was actually kind of hoping that you'd be a little bit harder on me, because I was looking to actually have a debate, but we pretty much agree on most, if not everything that
I
we
was
talked
hard
about.
on you. No, see, I was hard on you, but I'm bringing you closer to my position by being reasonable. I have pretty aggressive points, but my goal is when you talk to someone, you're like, hey, dude, like maybe we should take a chill pill and maybe hear them out, because they might just want to live like we do, you know?
I mean, your point sounded very solid to me, and they at the very least have validity, whether I agree with them or not. You know what I'm saying? Like that, they at the very least have validity, whether I agreed with them or not is irrelevant, because I'm not the opinion. Like I'm not the world. I'm not.
Well,
like
you're
I'm not that
gonna
fucking
agree
relevant.
with them. I'm planting the seeds right now, but hey, man, I appreciate it. I'm gonna go to bed, but it's 2 a.m.
Hey
for
man,
me.
thank
So
you for having me. Keep doing what you're doing, man. You're doing great things. So yeah, keep doing what you're doing, bro.
all
Appreciate
right,
it.
appreciate it. Have a great night, man.
Thank you. You too, bro.
Man, he just wanted a chat. He just wanted a nice chat. Okay, he wanted a nice little chat to end the night. Thank you for watching. A little bit of a longer stream for me. How long? Wait. Did I stream? Wait a second. Please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Did I just stream like 4 hours by accident? I haven't streamed that long in a while. How long was my earlier stream? Hour and 23. This one is 2:54. 2:54, 53, 1:53. 3, whatever, yeah. Alright, yeah, thank you. Drop likes, Patreon. I am tired. I'm sorry. I'm exhausted. Sadly, none of these are ever going to be videos, okay? None of these are ever going to be posted to my YouTube channel, alright? We're okay. Alright, I have nothing else to say. My brain's fried. Have a good night, guys. See you tomorrow. Appreciate it. If you donate to me, I love you. Thank you. I might miss it right now, but I'll say thank you again tomorrow. Thank you again, everyone that donated. Really appreciate it. Have a good night. I'm gonna wake up and deliver some Amazon packages, dude. Alright, see ya. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. PDF file into a clip. I guess so. Maybe. We'll think about it. I have to turn my clips on so you guys can make clips. That's what I need to do. That'd be useful if you guys can make clips. If you guys could have made clips of that guy talking and edited it for me, dude. You could have your own Droll channel. Alright, have a good night. Have a good night, have a good night, have a good night, have a good night. See you. Guys, you ever think about how we're all gonna die someday? Everything we're doing right now doesn't matter. All of our memories, our existence, our parents, our friends, our loved ones are all gonna be gone someday. We're all gonna be dead someday. None of this even matters. We're trying to enjoy this very short life on this planet as much as possible, and it's such a struggle. We're all gonna be gone someday. So sad. Really makes you think. All the struggle you go through is gonna be gone someday. Wow. Alright, have a good night, guys.